Hey, what's going on with it once again? Ladies and gentlemen, especially fanboys and fangirls, this is the one, the only Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendo Free 2011. Hopefully you read the title up above and below. I'm not going to try to give out too many spoilers on this movie, even though some people most likely saw it. It's just for the people that didn't do it, even though I love giving out spoilers. But this time, I'm a little bit under the weather. I kind of have a headache a little bit, so I'm probably going to try to keep this under 20 minutes. No, that is a long time, but I know I did it for my Machete That Kills movie review, but until then, my next movie review will be Bad Grandpa for Jackass 3D Presents. I'm going to do starring Johnny Knoxville, so until then, we got this to enjoy. So, without further ado, let's get this slideshow started. So, Pokemon and Genesect, The Legend Awakens. So yeah, basically, I'll just give you guys the intro and then the rest I'll let you figure out for yourself, or you could just watch the movie for yourself, because it's on Cartoon Network now. Starts out with these Genesect, even though they did show Pikachu the movie thing. I'm not gonna really get into that one. They didn't really show it on Cartoon Network, but they did show it on I think Netflix and shit. So yeah, basically sorry about that. You're probably gonna be hearing me drink my little drinking water right there. So yeah, basically it starts with all these 5 Genesects, and the leader is a special red shiny Genesect. He's the one that controls all of them. He tells them what to do. He's the leader and commander of the things. And they're basically 3 million years old, and I have heard little trivia facts things, so I'll probably get more deep into them on Nintendo for 2011 channel, like how Kabutops, he has a lot of the same similarities as Genesect, which I can see a little bit of the similarities there, see the resemblance, but that's not what this video is about. So yeah, that's probably gonna be it for my Nintendo Free channel later on, maybe probably tomorrow or Friday, Saturday if I'm not busy and I have time for that, but let's keep it moving. So basically, all these Genesect, they're out in the middle of nowhere. You can see them in that snow, and they're like Transformers or something of Pokemon. It's crazy as fuck. They're in their extreme speed form. That's what they call it. And then one of them keeps saying, "Oh, I want to go home. I want to go home." It kind of gets annoying after a while. I feel sorry for it at first, but when she keeps repeating it over and over and over again, it just starts annoying the crap out of me. I'm sorry. It just does. Maybe if I would have been younger, 10, 11 years old again, I would have loved the crap out of it. Because saying, "I want to go home, this isn't home, I'm lost," it starts getting boring after a while. But other than that, it's cool. It's funny because they keep switching from, doing these little, crabby, kingler kind of, cries when it go like that or whatever. They start going like that. Like they're Transformers too, but, then they go back to speaking English or Japanese or whatever country you're watching this from. So other than that, what happens is one of the red Genesects says, "Oh, you gotta stop complaining," and one of them makes an avalanche. I was like, "Oh, you gotta shut up." He says something somewhere along the lines. He says, "Shut up," and then this big giant avalanche comes down at him, and then a Mewtwo in its Mega form. We actually saw the Mewtwo Mega form X and Y, but we only get to see the Y one in this one because we didn't know about the X one until way later on. Because I did one in April or May earlier this year on the previews and the little posters and all that. You can check those out if you want on my channel, both of them obviously. What happens after that is Mewtwo, he's flying with all these other Pokemon. He's flying with a Braviary, a Staraptor, a Swellow. What else is he flying with? Swanna, and then he's flying with another one which I can't remember for the life of me. I think those are the only 4. It might have been a 5th one in there. I know it wasn't Pidgeot or Fearow or any of those, which kind of sucked. Would have made it a lot better, but it's all good, But other than that, what happens, they're all flying, and then Mewtwo. The thing that I didn't really like about Mewtwo, even though I'm trying not to be a sexist or anything like that, but I might come off as one on that, but I'm really trying my damn hardest not to be. It was played by a woman's voice, which I don't have a problem with, but it's kind of weird, because in the other 2 Mewtwo movies, Pokemon the first movie way back in the day, if you're an old school 90s kids fan like I was at that time, you know who I'm talking about. Pokemon the first movie. And then Pokemon, I think it's Mewtwo's Revenge. They were both played by dudes. And this one, it's not. Even the pre-log version of this one, he turns to Mewtwo X. It's just only available in Japanese. It's not available in the English one yet. I would love to see that shit. It was played by a dude's voice, and this one's played by a female's voice. So it's kind of weird to hear the psychic telepathy played by a female's voice. It's okay, but I'm not really crazy about it. It's chill, Maybe it was Mega Mewtwo Y like that, and then it's understandable. But other than that, what happens is that he hears one of them, "Help, I'm lost, I want to go home." One of the Genesect through telepathy and all that, because of course it's a psychic Pokemon. Unless it was in this X form as psychic fighting, just like a Medicham. It's kind of weird. A Megacham Knight. Megacham Knight. I fucked myself over right there when I said Megacham Knight. It's like doing a Medicham and Mega Knight, whatever. I don't know. But anyways, let's get back to the story. Yeah, he finds them in the avalanche, and he uses like the stop time power when he changes form to X. So not only does he have power to control telepathy and psychic abilities, he can freeze time for a matter of minutes as long as Mewtwo X and Y desires. Mewtwo Y desires. And he saves them for the avalanche. He saves all 5 of them. And they're not. One of them's not grateful. The red one. He has a really huge beef between Mewtwo Y. He wants to destroy the crap out of Mewtwo, but it's a freaking tie match. They're both legendary Pokemon. Both of them. Neither of them are gonna stand their ground. They're extremely fucking powerful as fuck. Literally. I mean, maybe if they went up against Arceus, then that'd be different. But that's old. Well, other than that, what happens is that yeah, he's not grateful. He's like, oh, you don't give me orders. I ignore the orders. You follow me. The red Genesect is kind of a little bit of a stubborn bastard. That's what we're going to call this thing. It's kind of a little bitch. And the Mewtwo's just trying to be nice to it, but he's like, oh, if that's what you wish, like, then so be it at the end of the movie. And that's pretty much it there. And then basically the rest of it's kind of like filler a little bit. They talk to Aaron a little bit, this guy. And he owns this little, not restaurant, he owns like Pokemon Botanical Garden kind of thing or whatever. You know, Bio Garden, Biodome. He's the one that controls all the electricity too. It's kind of weird because he said Professor Oak, he knew they were coming, so he made reservations for them to stay there and stuff like that. I'm not gonna give too much away, but it's basically all the Pokemon, they're having fun and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, let's have fun with Pokemon. You know, I always thought that was cool back in the day. Now it's not as fun, in my opinion. But at that time, you know, yeah, after everyone's having a good ass time, all the old school Pokemon, you see all the gens on there. You know, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Except 6, because it didn't exist yet until later. And what happens after that, I'm not going to give too much away. Everything, disaster strikes. All the Genesect are attacking Mewtwo most of the time. Most of the movie is really just about all the 4 Genesect, except the 5th one that's really baby Genesect. And he's really nice to Ash and everything. That's the only one that doesn't want to take control, unless the red Genesect controls him with his little psychic abilities. Because I'm not sure if he was using the Techno Booster attack or ability, or if he was using the Megalo Cannon thing. I don't know. It's either one of those two. And then he kept using all these little like beams of light on Mewtwo, which is crazy as fuck. I did love the fighting sequences. They were pretty damn fucking cool. They were going freaking Sonic the Hedgehog hyper speed. That's how fast like the red Genesect and Mewtwo Y was going. They were going fast as fucking hell. Jesus God. I'm not sure if Sonic or the Flash can keep up with that shit. But seriously, they were going hard fucking core. They went hard as fuck, literally. And what happened after that, you know, a lot of crazy things happen. You know, Mewtwo's trying to convince him he understands how the Genesect feel because he was an experiment of humans. And he hated humans just as much as they did at that time. Except he doesn't want nobody to give him orders. That's the big thing on the red Genesect. That's why he's starting to hate Mewtwo and everyone else. Because his stubbornness is like, basically, you know, what's it called? It's claiming his judgment. That's what it is. I don't know if it's either that or something with the judgment. I forgot what it was. Yeah, makes his judgment cloudy. That's what it is. You know, but other than that, you know, what happens is there's a lot of really good fight scenes. I know there's one scene with Alligator. He comes in. He's just hydro pump and his hydro beams tries to beat the crap out of Genesect. But of course, being as powerful and extremely fast as Genesect is, he ends up sadly kicking the crap out of one of my favorite old school Pokemons at that time, for Alligator. But you know, other than that, what happens is that let me see what happens after that. You know, Houndoom. There's a couple strong ass Pokemon. You got Persian, Houndoom. I'm surprised they didn't have Gardevoir because they had Ralts and Curlier. They're not even Gallade or Gallade. Who other strong Pokemon that were in there? I think Raticate was in there. Parasite. Who else? Surprised there was no Beedrill around. Should have had those. And yeah, that was pretty much it there. But yeah, you know, they were all just beating the living shit out of each other. They kept using those Techno Booster things that were in the back of their, like, you know, their spines, which is a little weird. And then the main purpose of the movie is they just build this giant cocoon that's basically torturing everything. It's taking out the electricity. It's doing a lot of bad things to the city as a whole. You know, they don't stop as soon the whole city will explode and not really explode, they'll just explode out the electricity and they won't have electricity anymore. It'd be like an EMP attack. That's what it'd be like. Because of the cocoons and the Genesect trying to build their new home and torturing the crap out of the innocent poor Pokemon, you know? And after that, there's this 3 million-year-old flower that happens that like appears out of nowhere, and the Genesect's, oh, these are the flowers that we used to eat 3 million years ago. And then what happens after that, Ash feels sorry for him. He's like, no, Pokemon are meant to be friends, not to battle 24/7 with each other. You guys have to stop this evil, like, non-violence right now. And then Mewtwo, he's like, Mewtwo Y just keeps beating the crap out of Genesect, the Red Genesect, the leader of them. And then Red Genesect, he's showing no signs whatsoever and stopping. He just keeps beating the crap out of Mewtwo. They're both beating the living hell out of each other until one of them gives up. And then Ash, Iris, and Silent, they grab Mewtwo out of nowhere. He's like, no, I'm fine. You don't have to resurrect me. It's like he doesn't want help from humans at all when I thought he was okay and cool with humans, you know? That wouldn't have made sense at all. But other than that, you know, they keep fighting to that death almost, literally, even though Pokemon don't die. Because it's still on the kid show, but there's old school Pokemon fans like me, you know. We still like this stuff, some of us. But other than that, what happens, then they go all over the city, Mewtwo and Genesect, the Red Genesect. It's like, oh, you must stop this non-violence now. I'm trying to warn you. I'm on your side. But if that's the way you want it, I will take you up into space where no Pokemon has gone before. He says something really epic like that in Mewtwo, in a girl voice. Like, I will show you a place that no one else has gone before. Somewhere along the lines he says that. Even though it's the girl that's playing his voice. But other than that, what happens at the end, he takes the Red Genesect all the way up to outer space where they can't breathe. Well, he can't breathe, but she can. I don't know. The girl Mewtwo. And then after that, it's just basically Mewtwo gives Genesect a one-on-one lesson of why they shouldn't keep fighting like this all the time. They both almost freeze halfway to death. And she says, oh, people in Pokemon, we both belong together. This is our home. This is our planet. This is our friends, you know. And Mewtwo Y is trying to convince Genesect why it's so important to, like, be with, like, people in Pokemon in harmony, you know. Be nice to each other, you know. Basically have respect for each other. And then he finally gets it through its thick skull. The Red Genesect, he goes from evil to being a good Pokemon after that. It's like, home Pokemon? Yeah, they're my friends. They're my humans. I love them, you know. It's about love and tolerance kind of thing. Kind of like some My Little Pony thing. But other than that, what happens is they finally go back down together. It's like, good, let's go home. And like Mewtwo grabs on Genesect's little like scythe, leather thing or whatever. I don't know. These big giant knives that they got for hands. And then they go back down, and then they go back down way too fast. And Mewtwo, he's going down in a flame with Genesect, and Genesect is still wide awake. And then like I really like at the end how Ash and Iris, they use their Charizard and Dragonite to like break their fall a little bit less, and then all the other 4 Genesect go up to like make the fall less like impactable, where they don't blow up the whole city. And after that, they use for Alligator and Oshawott to use a hydro pump so they can use this big giant like bubble to break their fall. And it actually works to success because Ash for Alligator and even though Oshawott, they go like rescue Mewtwo Y and Genesect Red Genesect. And everyone's all nice together, and then Red Genesect is finally nice to humans and he's not trying to torture them and kill them anymore. So he's cool with it now. And then after that, what happens is they all have their little last goodbyes. And then Mewtwo says, remember Ash, I'll always remember you. We'll meet again one day. And after that, Ash and I was like, yeah, till we meet again. I hope we meet you someday. And Ash does say, you too, Mewtwo. And it's weird because he's seen him like 3-4 fucking times already. You would have thought he'd known who Mewtwo was by now. But no. Like I always say, like not like I don't always say, but some Pokemon fans out there, they're like, oh, like they gotta reset Ash all the time. Like you pretended that he never saw this legendary Pokemon before, and clearly he has. But you know that's what the directors and producers want to do. Hey, that's totally fine with them. You know, whatever works in their favor. You know, and that's pretty much all I had to say about the movie. I wouldn't give a lot more spoilers, like how there was this Eevee on there and Ampharos. They showed some random Pokemon being happy together and working with Pokemon. Like they showed this Conkeldurr and this Conkeldurr and Girder. They were helping like these other construction worker guys, you know, build the city and everything. And then when the power went out, Ampharos used his tail. Surprised it didn't go to a Mega Ampharos to do that. That would have been funny. And then they showed this random Eevee out of nowhere. She kept saying "Free, free," like something like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it there. So there was a lot of other random things that they were showing. Oh, one of my really funny ones right there was when Ash was using Genesect as a little waterscape surfboard. That's what was funny. I thought it was hilarious. And that's pretty much fucking it. So like I always say, is what it is, ain't what it ain't. See you when I see you guys. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't take the reckless. Sorry there wasn't a lot of spoilers in this thing. I would have put a lot more, but it would have been past 20 minutes, and I'm probably hitting that record now, or less. Probably 14 or 15 minutes, I don't know. And see you soon, see you around, be easy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys next time, alright? Lates, goodbye. I'm getting out of here, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm out. See you soon.